Is there a guy in the linebacker room that you kind of have that relationship with where, he knows your game, you know his game, y'all are able to play off each other in that type of way?
Shoot, K King, Kobe King, 4-1. Mike. That's my dog. Mike. I would like to say Maryland football is better than PA football. I will repeat that 100 times.
We not PA.
I'm just making sure.
He left Jersey out.
Baby. Ellies. E-L-L-I-E-S.
Go ahead, punch and drop that knee. Stay your ass right there. Stay your ass right there. Occupy them both. So go ahead and clean that bitch up.
What's going on, folks? We are launching the Retain the Roar campaign here at State Media in partnership with Happy Valley United. This is extremely important to me personally and the entire program moving forward. I came to Penn State in some of the darkest times. I deeply care about this university and this football program. That is why I'm done talking. I'm going to lead by example, and I'm working to pull a bunch of other Lettermen together to get behind this campaign. It is integral for us to participate in NIL, and not only participate, but dominate, to match the expectations that we all have for this program. We're in it to win championships, so let's put our money where our mouth is. I'm taking the first step. I hope that you all follow me. Our goal is to raise $500,000 to close this spring transfer portal cycle and ensure that we retain the roar.
College football tees, college basketball tees, whatever you need, Mercury has you covered with the best merch out there. We're talking about high quality clothing, inexpensive, and the best part is I have a 15% discount for everybody who goes and gets some right now. Use the code below, hit the link in the description, and go get your merch now. Use the code to get 15% off. What are you waiting on? Go do it.
What's going on, folks? B-Bell here, back at the Lettermen's Media Day. We got our astound D lineman here, Dvon Ellies, and my guy, Jason Cabinda, my running mate at linebacker. And we're pleased to have you. One of the funnier guys we hear on the squad.
Yeah.
How you doing so far, brother?
I'm doing good. Just taking strides in the spring ball so far. So I'm doing good. I'm an older guy, so I'm just appreciating everything a little bit more right now.
As you should.
How you feel, the D-line is coming along this spring? Obviously, you guys have been working with Coach Barnes for a minute now. How do you feel like the D-line is vibing, coming along through spring, new system? How are they picking it up?
I think Coach Allen was a great addition to our team. Great transition. He's very meticulous in the details, and he really emphasizes effort and just things that don't necessarily take talent. And in the D-line room, all we have is just aggressiveness and effort. So I think our D-line has adapted well to, what he's coaching, and then just refining our skills with Coach Barnes and Coach Torrance. It's just been special to watch the D-line grow, especially from the young guys. They're really starting to take strides now in these last couple practices for sure.
Now, we had Coach Allen. He himself and a few of your teammates kind of described him as just being a true teacher, makes you understand why you're being asked to do whatever it may be. And I think that's big time. He has a ton of experience, as you know, as an older player, but for these younger guys kind of getting into it. How has he been able to kind of sprinkle his demeanor into you guys? I know Coach Barnes gets you guys going, but I think Coach Allen has a nice, steady, teaching demeanor. How has that helped you guys throughout this camp so far?
It's really got us to buy in. When somebody comes into a new place, program, what have you, they try their best to try and come in and prove themselves, doing way more than what's needed in the moment. But I think Coach Allen has come in and he's really just been himself. He hasn't tried to be any more than what he's needed to be for our defense. He understands coming into a new place, especially with the defense we've had last year, you just need the guys to buy in just like how we were last year. And I think he's really doing a good job of that. He's doing a tremendous job of that, in fact. And I think just his teaching style, just that patience and understanding it's going to take a little bit of time for us to get to where he wants us to be. I think he's doing a tremendous job.
Yeah, speaking on demeanor, speaking on leadership as we're talking now, a name that's been coming up all day, really, is Zane Durant. What exactly does Zane Durant bring to the D-line room from a leadership, from a demeanor standpoint that's helping to lead you guys in that room?
He brings the energy. He's the same guy every single day, and he puts his best foot forward. He likes to joke a lot, like, "Oh, I'm not doing that," but he'll be the first one to do it, you know. So he's been doing an incredible job. And, you know, to see that from a younger guy is truly spectacular. He's one of them ones. He's special. So
one of them ones. I like that. Yeah. I think you one of them ones. You know, being from Maryland, DMV, we asked KJ this. I feel like all you guys know, we played with a bunch of teammates from DC, Maryland, Virginia, Baltimore. What is it about the swag, that energy, that confidence that y'all bring to the squad?
Now look, you know, there's been many conversations had between us and, you know, the PA guys.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
But truly though, when you look at the team and you just look at how we're structured and how we move on a day-to-day basis, there's a lot of Maryland guys at the front of the helm, you know. And that's just because of those who came before us. Like, being younger, I came up with P.J. Mustapher. You know, I was watching Shane Simmons. You know, I was watching a bunch of Maryland guys. You know, like, it's just a standard that needs to be upheld, especially when you come here from Maryland. It's just understood, like, you got a ball. You know, Rasheed Walker, those guys, like, they came in and they set a standard for the Maryland guys. And I think it's only natural for other Maryland guys to come in and do the same thing, you know. But I would like to say Maryland football is better than PA football. I will repeat that 100 times.
We not from PA.
I'm just making sure.
He left Jersey out
after that conversation.
He left Jersey.
Yeah, there's a reason why.
I can dig it, though.
Now, let me ask you this. You know, as players, we're always super critical of ourselves, man. As a player, you should be your biggest critic. So coming out of the season, you know, as players, we're always pinpointing, okay, where can I get better? You know, what do I want to do with my body? Whether it's technique, fundamentals, whatever it is. What are things that you pinpointed out there last season that heading into this offseason, you kind of made a focus of, okay, this is what I want to get better at. This is what's going to help me take my game to the next level?
Really refining my run-stop game. You know, I had some pretty good plays last year in the run game, but I just want to be more consistent across the board. If it's outside zone, inside zone, quick pitch, what have you, I want to refine that game. And then it's just my ability to transition from run to pass more efficiently. You know, there was a lot of times last year where I played the run first, and it just took me a little bit longer than I would like to get to the pass. You know what I mean? And so that's been my biggest focus this spring. Just being able to transition from that run to pass, and then just seeing it faster than I did last season. So,
are there any guys, college level or pros, that you model your game after and kind of get some of those tips to do just as you said? Oh,
my goodness, the list is long for sure.
Some of your top guys that you like. Doesn't mean they're the best, but that you like and take pieces up from.
And this segment's brought to you by Family Clothesline. They kept us looking sharp all weekend. I'm currently wearing one of the Lulu Polos. It's a Family Clothesline exclusive. Make sure you guys check out Family Clothesline for all of your Penn State apparel needs.
Vita, I mean, just his ability to get off the ball, get his extension and transition. And then you got Quentin Williams. You know, he's a force for the Jets right now. So, like, if you watch his game, it's truly spectacular. Just the way he's able to get extension immediately right away and then transition off of that, top tier. And, of course, you know, Aaron Donald, that's always a given. Grady Jarrett, Ed Oliver, like those guys.
Great guys to watch.
Yeah, incredibly special talents, but their just ability to get off the ball and make plays right now, you know, get from point A to point B is... Yeah, I appreciate those. We
were joking about it beforehand, you two, about, you know, holding down the gas, taking out people. But this is the dynamic between the linebackers and the big boys up front. Yeah. So tell us what that relationship's been like with spring ball. What has spring ball been like for you guys and the LBs working together?
You know, it's honestly been pretty good. You know, like with linebackers coming in, shooting the gaps, they're taking double teams off of us so we can make plays. Or I'm perfectly okay with taking that double team so they can get downhill and make plays. You know, like we were joking about it, but that's real. Yeah, you know, that's just the reality of that's just the nature of the game. But in terms of just like unselfishness on the defense, I think we're very prideful in that way, in the way we play that. You know, of course I want mine, but also at the same time I want what's best for everybody. So just if I got to eat up a couple blocks so somebody else can eat, I'm I'm cool with it because I know mine gonna come regardless, you know?
I remember I always had a couple of guys where, like, I knew exactly what they were going to do every single play, and it helped me play faster, whether it was Zettel or maybe spiking Zettel into the A gap and knowing, okay, this is going to be my B, this is what it is. Or Torrance telling him to spike into the B gap. Okay, I'm coming right off the outside. Is there a guy in the linebacker room that, yeah, exactly. Is there a guy in the linebacker room that you kind of have that relationship with where, you know, he knows your game, you know his game, y'all are able to play off each other in that type of way?
Shoot, K King, Kobe King, 4-1, Mike. That's my dog. Mike. Take it off me, Mike. Come on, pause.
Come on, son.
No, my bad. But Kobe King for sure though. He's definitely one of the most underrated linebackers in the country, I would say. You know, just his ability to get downhill, shoot the A gaps. He's definitely taken a lot of blocks, you know, from staying on me. And then I would definitely say Dom DeLuca, you know how Dom DeLuca plays. He's going to throw his head in regardless. Yeah. He's going to play aggressive at the point of attack, like he's coming downhill. I mean, there's a lot of guys, but those two for sure for me. Tony Rojas, he's been developing incredibly well.
We've been hearing a lot about Tony as well, man. Yeah. You know, young talent, obviously, got some run last year. Yeah. You know, how is he looking coming into this spring? Having a year under his belt, learning this new system. How's he been looking out there? Obviously, a year in the weight room and strength and conditioning as well. How's his body changed, and how's he seemed to be developing?
You know, I think it's just maturing in the defense. You know, Coach Allen has a lot of similarities between Coach Manny and, you know, how we run things now. So it's just maturing in that defense, and then just understanding how to play football. Like you said, Coach Allen is doing an incredible job at teaching why and how you're supposed to play things. So I think his maturity as it continues to grow, especially throughout this spring ball, has been tremendous. His growth, it's just been steady, and you see it when you watch the film. So,
as you said, you're embracing every moment, you know, of these last, you know, kind of final runs. What do you think about legacy as far as when it comes to yourself and Penn State?
I mean, the legacy is just who you see after you. You know, how we coach the young guys, how we show them how it's supposed to be done. You know, the guys before us, we're their legacy. You know, how we operate on a day-to-day basis, what we do on and off the field. We're everything that they've taught us to be, you know what I mean? So it's just like with a mix of that and then just what you put on film, of course, that's your legacy. So we really harp in with the young guys like, look, this is how it's supposed to be, because it's going to continue. It was here before you got here, and it's going to continue to be here after you leave here. So, and you got to leave it better than you found it, and what better way to pass it on to the younger guys? So,
I love it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to leave you one more, but give us a look at how Abdul Carter has looked on the edge. That's a big transition everyone's talked about. You know, obviously, big-time player, wearing the sticks, number 11. How's he looked? Does he look natural? How's he been playing so far at the edge?
I mean, yeah. I mean, you see his explosiveness off the ball from linebacker, and that just transitioned well to defensive end. He had this, oh, my goodness, we were on a half line the other day, and he got a field. Get off was crazy. Stuck his foot, did a spin, sent the offensive lineman flying. Oh my goodness, it was perfect. But he's like a sponge in there, you know. He doesn't really talk much in the room. He's just taking everything in. He'll ask questions like why we do this just because he wants to learn, you know. So yeah, he's doing a great job. I'm not worried about that transition. Nobody should be worried about that transition at all. So he's doing a great job.
You guys heard it. Once again, brother, we appreciate you. Best of luck. Stay healthy. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
For sure.